concert lecture. He was talking about how they recently found out there was a father and son. I think the other one was Antonio. And the one that always gets credit is not the right one. But I can't remember which is which. Is this the famous one? Because you have two of them, right? Two Marcello oboe pieces?
I just have this one actually, but.
But is there another one?
I think there might be, yeah.
Yeah. Who's your teacher? Who's your favorite teacher?
Emily Bacon.
Okay, I don't know her. I don't think. Ask her about it. Say that there's a father and son, and I can't remember which is the father, which is the son, and that the one has gotten the wrong credit all these years. This might be the one. Well, I look forward to hearing it. Feel free to blow as many notes to warm up as you want.
Sounds good.
Introduce myself. I am Diane Ryan. I'm your room judge today. I'm really a bassoonist, but they think I'm qualified to judge the other instruments. I'm just kidding. Let's make it a policy to, when you go up to play, to announce your name and what you're playing. Is that okay with everybody?
Absolutely.
And if you're on ensemble, just pick somebody. And also a reminder, if everybody claps, and I'll make sure they do, make sure you bow. Okay.
And do you do 2 in all, or? All right.
the clinic form of solo contest, and I love not having to write. What a pretty piece this is, right? Yeah. Tell me what you know besides what we just chatted about Marcello. Like, when did Marcello live?
Oh, 1686 to 17.
Okay. Do you know anything about the eras of music? Have you studied those yet?
No, not really, but I've heard about like how, I forgot what it was, which period, but like when you do a trill, like you go from the top.
Baroque. Yes, Baroque. Yeah. Your teacher told you about that, right? Do you guys know about your eras? Your eras of music? Yeah. So the Baroque era is from 1600 to 1750. It comes to a sudden halt, not really, when Bach dies. It wasn't that thoughtful of him to die in a nice, easy to remember year. Music students have been grateful to him for many years. And so, yeah, we have a different performance practice for each era. And so one of the interesting things about the Baroque era is that it's all about ornamentation, not just in music, but in architecture, in art, in clothing, in hairstyles. You know, European Baroque, they were just all about ornamentation. They were really into it. And the players were expected to improvise their ornamentation, right? And it was not a thing, it was so long ago, music was still so kind of young, that it wasn't a thing yet for composers to write articulations, ornaments, or sometimes even dynamics. So that means that what's in your music is not sacred. If it's by the composer, it's sacred and you don't change. But a lot of times the articulations that you see printed are by the editor, all right? Same thing for the ornaments. So anyway, I lost so this piece, I lost it. There it is. It's really slow, and I see what we call a lot of black. Have you ever heard that phrase? There's a lot of black on this page, meaning there's lots of 30-second notes and higher, right? But you have to remember that you're in what kind of note is getting the beat?
Eighth note.
The eighth note, right? So you have to remember that we're in an eighth note beat, and when you have a 16th note, it's only half of that beat. Sometimes your 16ths were like the speed of a 32nd. And I know why this happens, because I teach a lot. I teach at Elmhurst College and Harper College, and I also teach lots of young students. And we all learned 16th notes in like what, 4th grade or something, and we learned that they are hard, they're fast and they're hard. And that thoughts kind of stays with us for a long time, and it makes us rush when we have 16ths. So you have to just knuckle down and say, okay, this is the 8th note beat. A 16th is 1 and 2 and 3, and 32nds are 1 E and 2 E and and of course I don't have any particular, here's one, bar 32. If you're in 8th note beats, how many 8th notes are in your dotted quarter note?
3.
Right, that's a really long time, and at this tempo, that's a really long time. You came out, what was she, like two beats early or something?
I think just a bit.
Yeah, so you made your accompanist have to scramble a couple times by rushing. He's like, oh, wait a minute, she's already on the next bar. So that was kind of mean to your accompanist.
I got it.
No, but this is what they're good at, and we appreciate that very much. Do you have the bar numbers?
Mm-hmm.
Bar 34, same thing, your trill was beautiful, but then you played your 8th note kind of like a 16th note. So you want to just be real mindful of that. Your tone is really pretty. Oh, yeah. Your intonation sounded pretty good most of the time. Can I hear, let's work a section. Question. I see some ornaments, speaking of ornaments, like in bar 5 and 7 and 9. Do you know what that ornament is called? You did it exactly right. It's called an inverted mordent. Do you get the mordents mixed up? Do you guys know mordents? It's kind of confusing because inverted means to turn upside down, and the squiggly is the inverted version, and you go up like you did. The regular mordent, you go down, and it has like a slash through it, right? It's really kind of a confusing thing. So, have you ever seen these? See that?
Oh, well, I think I've seen it like once.
Yeah, it kinda looks like it should be a trill, but you only do it once, you only go up and down once, so you did that exactly right. Can I hear the, opening, let's just start in your entrance in bar, 4. Wait, you are going down, you did go down.
Yeah, because it has a slash through it.
Oh, thank you, mine is so little, did they all have a slash?
Yeah.
Okay, thank you. So that's a regular mordant, the one with the slash, and you did it exactly right. Okay, great. Now let's do, how about bar 11, let's do 10, 11, and 12, to work on the counting, sorry. That was better that time. Your rests weren't quite right the first time. That was great. So, do you guys know what the most common counting mistake is in everybody from 4th grade to the Chicago Symphony, which is probably the world's greatest orchestra? Most common counting mistake. Everybody has the same one. Any idea? Hmm?
Oh, never mind. I was gonna say a whole note, but.
Yes, the long notes. The long notes. Everybody, 4th graders, Chicago Symphony, that's where they'll mess up. And it's like, you focus on the faster notes, the harder notes, the more technical notes, and it's like, oh, it's a whole note, a half note, it's time to think about what's for lunch, or what I have for lunch, or whatever. So, do you practice with your metronome?
Yeah, I try to, but then I get so caught up that I just zone it out and keep playing.
Okay, stop that. Become a slave to your metronome, okay? Because pulse has got to be there. And can I hear bar 34? And being mindful that your last note is a full 8th note E. So you know what, playing it without the trill, I do this myself and with my students. When I'm working on the counting, I take away the ornaments, because the thing about ornaments is they kind of mess up our counting. So play it now without any ornament. So that was a 16. You're in 8th note B's. Da, dee, da, bum, bum, right? Good job. Now add the trill, but focus more on the counting than on the trill. Almost, you're still a little bit late. One more time. Perfect, that was perfect. So I have a question for the room. Are you guys musicians?
Hey.
Yeah, do you play an instrument?
I played piano back years ago.
Yeah, excellent. So we have all these different elements of music. We've got tone and intonation and rhythm and technique and musicality and phrasing and style and all that. If you had to pick one that's most important, and I know it's really hard because you want them all, right? What's the most important one?
Rhythm.
Okay, what do you think? Or is it rhythm? What do you think? What do you think?
Rhythm.
What do you think?
Rhythm.
You guys win my room, man. Yeah, it is. My last hour, everybody said musicality, and that's a really good one because you gotta have that too. But the thing about rhythm is that it's math, and it's the only thing about music that's not subjective. If I said that it's my opinion that 2 plus 2 equals 3.999999997, what would you say?
It's wrong.
It's wrong, but it's so close, and aren't I entitled to my own opinion? No, math is absolute, it's the one thing like in the universe that is absolute, it's kind of the beauty of it. Who here dislikes their math class? Yeah, some people tell me they don't like math. Come on, math is so cool. 2 plus 2 is 4 on the other side of the universe. How cool is that, right? That's kind of neat. So rhythm is math. There's no matter of opinion. So you've got to get used to playing with that metronome and dividing down into, you know, halves and quarters and everything. That was really beautiful playing though. The tone was nice and your shaping of your phrases was really nice. Right there in the notes. Do you have any questions? Okay. Well, have a seat and we'll talk about other stuff that will apply to you. As we go through that. Thank you.